Hi guys, there's Pete. He had to go up to the office. There's the dogs watching Pete. You see Dad? You see Dad? Ah, I'll be back in a minute. Who loves his dad? He looks at me. You know who loves his dad, Mom. Oh, what a boy. Hear that banging over there? That is Phoebe. For some reason, it must be a nesting thing. She is chewing on the corner of her cage. And that is the horrible sound it makes all day long. I'm wondering if it's a nesting thing. Maybe I'll throw a couple paper towel in there. Anyway, here we are in our new spot. Isn't it wonderful? Look at all those bright, beautiful colors. I wanted a spot where we could see all the way through. I wanted a spot where we could play shuffleboard or horseshoes. I'm just kidding. We don't play either. Pete was in the office yesterday and they have a book about how to play shuffleboard. And it's what, 400 pages or something ridiculous? It's crazy. We didn't know it was that involved. Anyway. Oh. So, pretty. The other side is even prettier. But every time it rains, we get those stripes down the window. Pete had the windows clean, but that comes down from the roof from what I'm reading. There's a way to stop it. I'm not sure. Anyway, Pete went today and talked to the people, the awning people, so we're all good to go with that. And let's see, what else? There was something I was going to tell you before I was so rudely interrupted by a bug call today. Doggone, what was it? As you can see, my keyboard's ready to go when I'm done with bug call. Oh, I wasn't going to show the screen in case it had customer information. This is my free track this week from Music for Makers. It's musicformakers.com, I think, and every week you get a free track, or you can have access to all of the tracks for your YouTubes or websites for $100. So I'd like to do that at some point, but for right now, you get a free track and my track from that's my track for this week. I got a bunch of tracks. But anyway. I don't know if I have. There it is. Oh, all my downloads. So that's what's going on. I got out a big old hunk of beef for dinner tonight. And it's like 3 pounds of beef. I got it out. It's an English roast. Pete said, I said, this should be enough for both of us, right? 3 pounds? He said, yeah, what are you going to eat? We love our English roast. Right, dear?
Yes.
There's my music book. You can see the black on the corner. There is pink mold and black mold growing in the pages from where it got wet under this window. And that, as you can see, is a ton of pages. Probably close to 500 because I have a couple different books mixed together in there now. And there's no way I could take them out and put each page in the sun. So I don't know. The smell is horrible. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I have to do some researching on YouTube and find out what people do. We are much closer to the road today, which, I mean, you know, we're like 10 spots closer to the road. Maybe not 10. Probably about 10. It is much louder here than it was, and I woke up a lot starting before dawn with all the farm equipment going up and down the street. Because it is a lot louder. I'll adapt in a day or two, but it's just so good to be back here. Isn't it good to be back here, love?
Yes, it is.
We love this campground.
Except for the power.
Except for the power. Yeah, we're still having power issues. 133 amps or watts or volts or whatever. Volts. So I'm glad that we have our our protector thing out there that has paid for itself, I'm sure, because it keeps from anything happening to our wiring. That was pretty expensive, but it was highly recommended by people, so we got it, and it keeps our electricity or wiring in here from blowing up if something happens. So when it gets too high, it shuts the power off to the motorhome, and then it turns it back on when it settles. So apparently there's a lot of spikes, and it protects against the spikes. The thing is, if we have like the TV going, or if we have the Wi-Fi Ranger going or something, it messes up the settings when it shuts it off. And today, since I've been up, it's shut it off and back on probably half a dozen times. So it is now 11:25, and I'm thinking about what we're going to eat. I'm thinking about throwing some bacon in a pan. And but first, I'm thinking I'll get this bug call, so I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hi guys, it's about 10 after 9. Depends on which clock I'm looking at. Pete and I have just been spending a quiet evening here at the RV. After work, we went and saw my mom. Yeah, I went and saw my mom. I didn't record there. I just don't know if I should get into that tonight. But she was happy to see me. She didn't recognize me at first when I walked in. She looked at me, and then she looked at me again, and I saw the recognition in her eyes, and then she asked me, if I was her mom. And I said, no, I'm your daughter. And she goes, Sherry. So that made me very hopeful. So then we went out. I took her off the dementia unit, the locked unit she's on. Yeah, I hate. And went and Pete and Chewy were waiting out, in the chairs by the lobby. And so I took her out there, and we sat and talked. But she was much less cognitive than she was when I last saw her a couple weeks ago. Much less able to carry on a conversation or verbalize a cohesive thought at all. There was a few things she said. One thing she said, and how's our gremlin, which was always her nickname for my sister Gwen. She always called her Gremlin from the Kremlin. And I said, I told her how Gwen was doing. At another point, she said, she looked at Chewy and she said, we love our dog, don't we? I said, yep, we do. There was something else. I can't think of what the third thing. Do you remember what the third thing was? I know you were kind of in and out. Pete, I'm looking at Pete over the top. Pete had to walk the dog at one point, and every time somebody would go by, he'd move the dog out of the way and stuff. So he couldn't be as attentive as I'm sure he wanted to be. No, he didn't remember. We are, I would like to take some food for her. Like maybe go and eat dinner, all of us together there. And I will take the dinner. Maybe we can sit in the living room and eat because, she gets her food all pureed. There's absolutely no health reason why she needs her food pureed. None. She can't chew meat or things that are tough or hard because of her false teeth. I'm not sure. Or maybe they've lost her teeth. I don't know. All I know is that she doesn't need a pureed diet, but she's on one. And when I look at her at the table and the people next to her want to have spaghetti with garlic bread and a salad, which she could eat all of those. The other two people at her table, while she's sitting there with 3 rounded scoops, like plop, plop, plop. One of them is pureed spaghetti. It's just, I don't know why. I don't know why they have done this to her, but they think it's necessary for whatever reason. And so anyway, I want to take her dinner and the 3 of us eat together there, just to see how she does with it. Something soft like, spaghetti or tuna casserole or, something like that. Probably not tomorrow. I'll probably do that maybe the next day, because tomorrow I do have some errands to run after work. We need a couple things from Aldi's, and I need some bird food from the lovely pet store down the road here that I like. Anyway, after we saw my mom, we came back here and I made dinner, which was fried onions and mushrooms and some English roast that we cut in half like steaks, and I fried them in the bacon fat from today's lunch, which is bacon. This bacon. So we ate that, and then we've been sitting here all evening just kind of, I played the keyboard for a little while too. Not long enough, but and we've been just sitting here listening to the radio. You know, the radio station we listen to when we're here is Family Life Radio, and in the evenings they have some talk shows that are, you know, really, that we both like. I just told Pete tonight I can see why people before the TV, you know, it's kind of companionable to just kind of sit here together and listen, and, you know, I said I can see why people, you know, like that, why that was a popular pastime before TVs. Everybody just kind of sitting together and listening to the radio and playing games on their tablets and stuff. So that's what we did, and then we're going to go to bed in a little while. I was ready an hour ago, but having a cup of coffee now, and I will, you know, do this thing. You know, I had my computer set up, excuse me, last night, and I could have done my vlog on the computer, which has always been preferable, but now that I've got the hang of most of this Power Director program, it is so much faster to just do it on my phone, so much faster. The only thing that I can't do yet that I want to do, and it might be the same with just about any linear editor, like the top row is your videos, you know, you put them on. The second row is for pictures or comments. So I figured out how to do the comments, you know, to go over top of the video. What I can't figure out is how to get, like, if I want the video, and then I want to stop the video and I want to put a picture in, and then start the video again. So that means the top row would look like somebody with a missing tooth. But I can't figure out how to do that because it doesn't let me leave a gap there so that it stops the video, shows the picture, and then starts the video back up. If anybody uses Power Director, I've tried to find it online and I can't. So if anybody uses Power Director knows the answer to that, if you could just let me know, maybe give me a little hint, tell me where to turn, and I can figure it out from there. But I haven't been able to work that one out. But other than that, I can do everything that I need to do. Not everything that it will do, but everything I need to do. So it's a lot faster. I like doing it. I like, if I feel like going to bed, I just take my phone with me to bed, my little, you know, phone, and I can lay there and do my vlog. And so now it has become preferable to using Windows Movie Maker, which means I have no use whatsoever for Windows anymore because that's the only thing I used it before. Oh yeah. So now I can be 100% Linux instead of 95. So all the red lights are flashing across the road where all those big fans are in the sky. Prison over this way is nice and lit up. All the farm equipment seems to have gone home for the night. We have parades all morning and all evening of farm equipment coming and going past here. In fact, one day it was like a parade, and if I could have grabbed my phone and recorded it, I would have. Because it's just like they just go like a big parade of farm equipment, and the same at night. But yeah, we really like this campground. So I'm gonna go. It's now 9:17 or 9:16, depending on which clock you look at, and start getting this baby put to bed, and then I can go to bed. So I hope you guys all have a terrific Tuesday, also known as Wednesday Eve. I hope your week got off to a great start today, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, God bless, and good night.